We back. Motor City Sports Talk once again. Back on the Lions draft talk. It's your boy CJ Goodfella, and it's a lot of talk about what the Lions should do in the draft. We just gonna talk about some hypotheticals. And it's difficult, man, to start off with the running back in the first round. I think it's only really two first round type of running backs. That's obviously Saquon Barkley and Darius Geis. Some people don't like Geis, some people like him. But it depends on what's there at pick 20. I think the pick before us, the Dallas Cowboys, are going to take a receiver. I think it's going to be the kid out of SMU. I think it might be more him or if the dude from Alabama fall. But I think they're going to pick the product out of SMU. He's pretty explosive from what I hear. I haven't seen a lot of tape on him, but people talking about the offensive line of the Lions. I hear that, Amir Abdullah couldn't run because of the offensive line of the Lions. That's horse shit. That's horse shit. And I just think it was more of schematic and injuries for the Lions offensive line. The Lions haven't been able to run the ball for forever. It was Reggie Bush and Joyke Bell. One of them had 1,000 yards. I think it was Reggie Bush. Just barely. This ain't no offensive line thing. This is a schematic thing with the Lions. Because I used the example last year of the Cincinnati Bengals. They had the worst offensive line, but they was able to run the ball more effectively than the Lions were last year. And they lost both of their tackles, Ainsworth and Andre Smith, the Alabama product. They was coming in with, I think they was coming in with a lot of young talent on the offensive line. And they still ran the ball better with Mixon, Bernard, and the Hill guy. I forget that guy's name. But they still ran the ball more effectively than the Lions. The Lions is schematic, dog. Y'all can say the Lions, the offensive line was piss poor. Yeah, when your left tackle is injured and you got Greg Robinson starting at left tackle, yeah. What the fuck you expect? When TJ Lane didn't come into the season healthy, what do you expect? That's two offensive linemen. When Travis Swanson is your center and he sucked, what do you expect? So those are three major holes out of 5 offensive linemen. And Rick Wagner started playing piss poor as hell too. Because the offensive line is about camaraderie. And it was no camaraderie. When your left tackle, the most important, tackle for a right-handed quarterback, the most important, offensive lineman goes down. You got Greg Robinson starting. Yeah, then that puts more onus on Graham Glasgow to play guard. He gotta do more. Travis Swanson already sucked to the right of him. So you got two motherfuckers, excuse my language, that suck. Swanson and fucking Greg Robinson next to you the whole season. And then don't tell me that didn't have no effect with TJ Lang injured, and him and Rick Wagner. So Wagner playing with an injured left guard, we playing with a sorry center, and we playing with a sorry left tackle. Of course that's gonna have a domino effect on the offensive line in the running game. So now that TJ Lang said he's healthy, pretty sure Rick Wagner and TJ Lang gonna play better together. You slide Graham Glasgow to the center position that's way better than Travis Swanson, and you got a healthy Taylor Decker this year. So your only question is the left guard. You feel me? When I dropped that left guard out of I forgot where he's from. Texas El Paso. I haven't looked at him. I look at him, Willie Fernandez, I think his name is. I look at him this week. I do a draft spotlight on him. But yeah, that's not the offensive line is not the issue for the Lions as far as personnel. They should be able to run block. It's schematic. It's a schematic thing. That's why they brought an offensive line coach in, and that's why they brought a running game coordinator in. It's schematic. The Lions didn't know how to run the ball. That's the problem. They don't know how to run the ball. They don't know how to do pull, power plays, or nothing. It's the same redundant, sorry runs and sorry offensive lineman, run blocking scheme. That's schematic. It's more schematic than personnel, and please believe me. But at the end of the day, it depends on how they evaluate Darius Geis or Sony Michel or whatever running back they identify. How do you evaluate them? Do you hold Darius Geis as in the high regards and being an every down back and being explosive and carrying on the lineage that Leonard Fournette dropped behind him at LSU? If that's the case, if you feel like this dude is the best player available on your board and he's the goods and you're not worried about the immaturity talk and you really think he gonna stay healthy, he gonna tote that thing, then you draft Darius Geis. But for me, it's not gonna be big pickings down there. It's gonna be slim pickings down there on top talent, on pass rushers. If you got you a pass rusher that you like down there, it's hard for me to take a pass rusher and pick it. I mean, take a running back over a pass rusher that I know they can come in and be elite eventually. Because at the end of the day, you need depth along the defensive line. That's the line's number one issue. Yeah, the linebackers sucked last year, the outside linebackers. The secondary was straight, but your front four was atrocious at getting after the quarterback. So you want to get back to getting after the quarterback with 4. And you tell me Harold Landry there, yeah, I got to take him. You know, Lorenzo Carter might be there in the second round. Yeah, that's the guy that you want to take. Marcus Davenport, I hear people up and down on him. But you can mold and teach him how to become a great pass rusher. Ziggy Ansah wasn't a great pass rusher when he got here. He wasn't a great football player, but they developed him. Anytime you got the speed, the power, and the tools that Marcus Davenport had, fuck the tape. You know, you can fix some of that shit with coaching. Getting high and doing some of the fundamental techniques. You can fix that. Somebody was 6'6" and running 4'6", and as long as he ain't scared to get his hands dirty and get physical, yeah, man, I'm with it. So pass rusher is the number one priority for the Lions, I think. A running back, you can find it later. You know, do I like Sonny Michel mixed with LeGarrette Blount? Fuck yeah. Sonny Michel in the second round, if you got to move up and get him, fuck yeah, you want to get him. I think that's the back that I really like the most as far as what round he can go and the value and where I can get him at. But pass rusher is premium. It's a left guard premium, yeah, but at the end of the day, man, you can find a good left guard in the 3rd, 4th, 5th round. They say any bum can play guard. The real offensive lineman play tackle. I know I hear Mark Slayer say that all the time. Well, Lincoln Tomlinson wasn't the bum that could play guard, but you catch my drift. You know, I think pass rusher is number one, and getting another linebacker. I just don't believe in Christian Jones and Devon Kennard. I haven't seen him play. I don't know enough about him to be honest, but I'll be looking to bring in another linebacker. Even a guy like Jair Alexander, man, if you tell me that this dude can play, man, and he's the best available playmaker on the board at cornerback, I have to take him. You know, I understand that Jamal Agnew and Tabor are going to take over the 1 and the nickel spot. I understand that. But if this dude is good as they said, he's ready to plug and play right now, well, shit, if he beat out Teez Tabor, it is what it is. If he beat out Jamal Agnew in the nickel position, it is what it is. Because he can return kicks too. He's a playmaker. He's one of the favorite guys that I've done a spotlight on. I've covered from Louisville. I'm in love with Jair Alexander as far as his football play on the field, and his activity and his ball skills. You know, that's just one of my favorite guys in the draft. But other than that, the Lions have need a tight end, which I don't see that going in the first round. Left guard, running back, linebacker. Those are the 3 or 4 needs. Big needs. Could they use a strong safety? Yeah, I seen one scenario where Darwin James from Florida State dropped down to 18. Now, if Darwin James dropped down to 18, do you trade up and get him? I don't know. He's a great player. Physical safety. If he go to 20, I guarantee Lions pull the trigger on Darwin James. There's no doubt in my mind they pull the trigger on him. But I think they should go if Harold Landry is there. Marcus Davenport is there. And I think there's a few more pass rushers there. I take a pass rusher first. And if the pass rusher's not there, then I look at the linebacker from Alabama. I'm gonna cover him a little bit later, or a linebacker there. If I don't feel comfortable with a linebacker, and Darius Geis is there, then I look at Geis. Then if I'm not comfortable with Geis not being there, then I look at the offensive line then, because the game is one of the trenches. That's the progression I'm looking at in the first round. Second round, I think I'm going Sonny Michel.